Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd go ahead and talk about Secret Network. With all this action going on, with all the wallets having to do KYC, and everyone's like, oh no, it's the end of cryptocurrency, oh, it's the end of Bitcoin, it's the end of this, that. Anyways, let's talk about Secret Network, talk about what they're looking to do, see how they're changing the game, see how they're creating a loophole to this KYC issue that came up with the, well, I guess you can say the big boys over at the SEC coming after everyone with the privacy coins. So this kind of is somewhat of a loophole, if you ask me. But it isn't considered a privacy coin, but they do have privacy implications. And they are listed on Binance, so one of the biggest exchanges. So it's pretty cool. So guys, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me 50 likes to this video. Let's see if we can do it. If we can do it, that'll be cool. We'll be popping popsicles or something like that, right? If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's easy. You click that little button and then it says, whoa, subscribe. And then it's like, awesome, there's a bell next to it. And then when you click that bell and it like goes, whoa, you just subscribed, and then fireworks, boom, pow. Anyways, try it, see what happens. If you don't like what happens, you can always undo it. So, anyways, all right, so Secret Network, it's currently at 65 cents. It did pump a little bit today, about 20%, you guys can see that. It used to be called the Enigma, ENG, I don't know, Enigma Network, I don't know what you call it. But this guy went as high as like 850 or something like that. So this guy definitely had some pump-a-middles. And it went down to about 13 cents. So you guys are asking, why are you showing me Enigma? What the pants? Why are you showing me this? Well, if you guys look at the alert at the top of their page, Enigma to Scrt swap is scheduled to close, well, today. So don't buy any Enigma if you guys are looking to get into this project. Buy Scrt. It's listed straight on Binance. You literally go right on Binance and say, hey bro, I want to buy some Scrt. Take some of my ETH and give me some Scrt. That's easy. You get some Scrt that way. Anyways, no hidden answer there. But Secret Network, whether you're a developer or an artist, a writer, entrepreneur, whatever. So this is what Secret Network's looking to do, guys. It's basically allowing you to interact with the Ethereum network or any DApps or any other protocols, but allowing you to not display your private information. So it's allowing you to basically say, hey, look, I can afford this a house without showing my bank account. So a good example of this is the millionaire problem. So imagine two millionaires at a party. Both want to know who's richer, but neither is willing to share how much money they have. Computer scientists call this the millionaire problem. So this is the millionaire problem. Enigma can come up with an answer without anyone finding out each person's net worth. It encrypts and splits up the information across several computers, aka nodes, on the network, which are staking, and if they act bad, well, they have a deposit on there and they lose their stake. So yeah, I don't think you stake to lose money, but that's just my opinion. Actually, that is a fact, because if I was staking my money on a network, I'm not gonna do bad stuff to lose it. It's just how it works. Throughout the process, there's no single computer knowing all the information it's comparing. Then the network of computers works together to solve the problem. And thanks to the auditing process, the result can even be verified without disclosing the underlying information. So for example, you got someone trying to get into a safe. You have two keypads. One guy knows half the code, the other guy knows the other half. Boom, boom, boom. You guys put in your codes. You guys get in. Great. But one guy doesn't know how to get in. That's also how you can relate it. So Tor, he is one of the developers on the team, says Enigma's technology is not just on blockchain. So they're also working on off-chain computation protocols. So basically they're trying to work on different things, not just on blockchain. So maybe like Blockstack is to a decentralized internet. So you guys know what the cell phone did to landlines, right? Well, mainly no one has landlines now. So I'm thinking we had internet, then we had internet 2.0 where everything was dynamic websites. It interacted instead of just like reading straight words and all kinds of boring. You guys can look and come a couple of my other videos, maybe a couple weeks back. It'll also show you some examples. or you can just Google it and say, what's the old internet look like, and then look at the new internet. And yeah, you'll know. You look at an old internet webpage and you're like, what the pants is that? Look at Netscape if you want. If you even know what Netscape is. So basically what the cell phone did is, well, it was an upgrade. So it basically got rid of the landline, and eventually maybe the cell phone's going to be displaced by, well, ourselves, and we're going to be the cell phone. We just talk to each other just like out of thin air, but who knows? That's just my thought. So I kind of went on a tangent. Sorry about that. So internet, then we have internet 2.0, which is like advanced how it is now. But now we're going to have internet 3.0. So now we don't have Google, Amazon, Facebook controlling everything on the internet. Now it's like all we the people put into the internet, and it's a decentralized internet. And this allows for privacy on that decentralization. So I don't want John to know I just sent a transaction of $1 million to someone else. I don't want him to know that. That's why I want privacy in it. I don't want Jeff to know I voted for Fred because maybe he's friends with Bob and Bob is running against Fred in the campaign. I don't know. Just an example, guys. So here's how the network of secret nodes works. So I already explained this. They have to put in a stake, and if they are bad actors, or well, not a stake, but a deposit, if they lose their bad actors, they lose their deposit, etc. So if you guys are staking your money on there, you don't stake to lose money, period. So some other examples are, well, I want to participate in a decentralized lending protocol like Kava. Watch one of my Kava videos, it'll explain what that is. But basically what it's like is saying someone's able to give a loan without seeing your credit risk. So say, for example, hey, I want to go get a loan at the bank, and then they're like, hey, what's your driver's license? Hey, what's your name, date of birth, social security? Hey, how long were you at this job? Oh, were you there 2 years? Oh, you weren't there 2 years. Okay, sorry, we can't work. Oh, what's your bank? And all kinds of junk. Instead, Scrt allows it to it encrypts your data. It says, okay, this guy meets this, this, and this. And it says, okay, you're good to go. Just like we have a credit score in the United States, you can look at someone's credit and say, oh, wow, you're good. It's not like that everywhere else. If you guys are watching this video in another country, you guys can definitely relate with what I'm saying. In other countries, the only thing that talks is cash, period. So this token is built on the Cosmos Tendermint ecosystem, and it participates with staking, delegated proof of stake. So that means you can actually vote on the network. So you aren't just like a little dead fish in the pond, just getting free food, or I don't know, whatever. Bad example. It is an ERC20 token, and it is mainnet. So that's definitely good. So let's play a video so you guys can kind of get an intro to it. I know I kind of had a long intro to it, but basically let's show you this.
Secret of Secret Network in 60 seconds. Imagine you want to build or use a new app. Maybe it's a financial service. Maybe it's a better social media platform, or a marketplace, or a game. Now imagine you could make this application permissionless, unstoppable, decentralized. Instead of single centralized companies or monopolies controlling these applications and platforms, it's communities of users and developers who grow, own, and maintain them. And that's been the promise of blockchains and the decentralized web. But blockchains have one big problem. All their data is public to everyone. Would you use a decentralized financial system if everyone always knew what you spent? Would you use a decentralized Uber if everyone could know your address? If we want global adoption of the decentralized web, we need to fix this problem. And that's the secret of Secret Network. It's the first blockchain with programmable privacy, which means for the first time, we can build decentralized applications that use encrypted data, making sure your private information stays private. And because Secret Network is focused on growth and built for interoperability, we're bringing this ability to every blockchain. So now you're in on the secret.
Bro, that's what I said, except it only took you a minute to say that. Okay, so these are just my thoughts on Secret Network. I'm going to also play a video so you guys can see some use cases straight from the horse's mouth. I'll go ahead and play this video. This is from Tor Bair. This is on Ivan on Tech's YouTube channel. Ivan on Tech's a really good guy, does a good job with his projects. I like watching his videos as well. He's got a lot of good information. But we'll go ahead and play the interview starting at minute 18. You guys can go to, or minute 12. and we'll split up the video into parts. But you guys can go on Ivan on Tech's channel if you guys want to check out the full interview. But guys, let's play this video.
They need it. It's so essential, and it's just been put off for so long.
Well, let's say I have a DeFi project on Ethereum. So can you just take my project and add privacy to it, or do we need to collaborate to make it happen? What kind of workflow do you have when you see a project? Let's say Synthetics. Can you just make Synthetics private, or you need to collaborate with them and they need to build, their community needs to build some kind of bridge? How will it work practically? Or you yourself can just make everything private?
So when we think about it, yeah, you're right to say bridges, right? It's not just like plug and play, but there's no privacy technology really in this ecosystem, especially not something as complex as what we do, which is like general purpose private computation. Nothing is really plug and play. You do have to think about how do you build these bridges. Maybe you have wrapped assets. Like what you're seeing in a lot of these chains is they're wrapping assets. So we have something on Secret Network called Secret tokens, and you're combining the programmability of an ERC20 with the privacy of something like Zcash. And the idea is you can turn any asset, provided you build the bridge, provided you work with these other communities and these other ecosystems to construct these bridges. You can build a bridge, let's say, let's wrap Ethereum as Secret Ethereum. Now Secret Ethereum is a secret token on Secret Network, and it can be used within applications on our network. It is a lot harder to bring privacy to other ecosystems than it is to help merge those ecosystems with ours, where privacy exists natively on chain.
Sorry to interrupt, but this means that then on Secret, I need to re-implement whatever project I had on Ethereum, because now I basically need to build a copy that is on Secret, and then I have this bridge where I take my assets, I bring it to Secret, and then I can use them in the same way as I use them on the previous. So for example, opening different lending positions, doing synthetics, doing decentralized leverage, these kinds of things. So would that be correct understanding that we have to re-implement or redeploy? It's not re-implement. We have already implemented on ETH. We just redeploy it on Secret. Still, we need to do the DApp redeployment, correct?
Yeah, and you're right to say that, especially in the short term. I don't want to make this seem like you get it for free. Privacy is not free. All of this does require like real technical integration, and it is a lot easier to build natively within a chain. Now, I think it would be easier with something like IBC, maybe within the Cosmos ecosystem. It might be a lot easier for us to interoperate with other Cosmos DeFi applications more natively. There's more complicated reasons for that. But yeah, what we're envisioning is within the Secret ecosystem, or maybe within the Cosmos more generally, you are going to see, again, like it's also up to the products, right? Like Uniswap could add support for Secret-based assets. There's no reason that on like a product basis you couldn't see this happening. But of course, we would have to build that relationship with all of these teams. Ideally, our goal is that you don't have to like redeploy these applications on like 20 different networks. Ideally, there is some form of wrapping, some form of bridging that avoids this. But what I'm thinking is most exciting about Secret Network is you can build new kinds of applications, like privacy preserving DeFi applications on Secret that you couldn't build in the Ethereum ecosystem right now, even if you tried. Like that's what excites me. So it's not really about redeploying what we've already built. Like that's more the Tron vision, where it's like, okay, let's just redeploy, and now it's Tronthetics, right? Like that's not our vision. We want to see new stuff built. I think that there's way cooler things that you can do, especially in like the DEX space or in the lending space, if you can also preserve privacy for users.
I agree with you, because one of the biggest problems is the fact that everything is completely transparent, and it's basically a toy technology right now, because obviously no significant player will just use it this transparently, because I can just download an app like Xerion, input the address, and I get push notification as soon as that address does something, trade or move. And while it is okay for us here when we're just playing around and making massive gains or losing massive capital, however different people are in the space, we're still playing around. For mostly we're just playing around, we're exploring, building new kind of ecosystems, synthetics, derivatives, dexes, but we're still playing around. But if we want to have trillions, like you said, it needs to be private. I 100% agree with you. And therefore, I want to ask you about the security of the network in terms of consensus. How secure is it? Because people know ETH is secure, it's proof of work, and ETH 2.0 going to be proof of stake, but still, it's such a big project. There's a lot of trust in that. How will Secret secure the consensus?
So our consensus mechanism for the network is similar to a lot of other Tendermint chains. So it's delegated proof of stake. And there's a couple reasons why I think that that's good. And first of all, as you know, Ethereum is transitioning to a proof of stake model. And I'm nervous about the transition. Obviously, it's been in the works for a very long time. I can't tell you exactly when it's going to happen. And I can't tell you exactly how the transition will go. But we envisioned with Secret Network, even if we started as something else, we would end up with some sort of proof of stake model. So instead of like working up to some sort of transition later stage, just start proof of stake. But delegated proof of stake is interesting to me because we do have on-chain governance of the network. So if you are, it's not like only the nodes vote. You yourself as a delegator, so you would delegate to a node holding your secret. You'd be earning returns on your secret. You'd be getting block rewards for your secret. And at the same time, if a proposal came to the chain, like right now, like the mainnet upgrade proposal, you would be able to vote in favor of it. You wouldn't, even if your node that you've delegated to doesn't vote, like you can make your own vote in the network. And to us, it was really important to not only have like the security of delegated proof of stake where you can decentralize the ecosystem and people can move their stake around between the different nodes. It was important to us to decentralize governance to that extent. And there have already been, I believe, 18 to 20, I don't know the exact number, successful proposals in the network, which is really exciting. That level of community engagement, even though Secret Network has only been live for a short time, is really impressive. And we'll have to see what happens after this upcoming upgrade. Like I expect it to only accelerate, to be honest.
Interesting. So that's one of the most important things for people moving capital, that the chain on the base layer is secure. And then you were also talking about the different use cases that we haven't seen in Ethereum ecosystem or Tron or EOS because it's all public. So can you give us some examples? What can be one of these exciting use cases that is impossible without privacy first technology?
So they're in categories, right? So one of which is decentralized finance, and that could be anything from a secured, like one of the problems we're seeing with these dexes right now or these swap platforms is like all the liquidity is public. And like you can see these scenarios where you can like purposely liquidate somebody else in the market because you can see their public position. That's not an efficient market. If you followed the story with like Zeus Capital and Chainlink and like people trying to like purposely liquidate Zeus Capital's position because they thought they found it on the blockchain. Like that's what makes me think, like you're saying, like it's sort of like a game right now, but it's not like an actual like universal open permissionless financial system that's sustainable. So it's not just like a user privacy concern, like you were saying. It's not just about I get a push notification whenever some whale does something with a coin that I care about. It's more about like the security of a DEX and the security of like a lending platform actually depends on the fact that you couldn't trace absolutely every transaction back from address to address to address. Now, there is some accountability you still want. So Secret Network does provide for both. It's not like privacy without accountability. There's still, even if you don't know individual transactions that happen with a secret finance application, even if you can't see like the individual balance holders, you'll still be able to see it in aggregate. You'll still be able to provably know, hey, here's how much is locked in the network. Here's how much has been withdrawn. Here's how much has been deposited. And that's what we hear from users as well as liquidity providers that they would want to see. So within the Secret decentralized finance ecosystem, you can imagine all kinds of like a lending product, for example, where instead of putting your entire on-chain history and saying, okay, this is how I've qualified for some sort of loan. Instead, it's an encrypted history of all of your on-chain transactions. Like you prove that you own a number of addresses, but you never have to disclose which those were. And because you can prove you own the addresses, and because those addresses, like the history of those addresses is then known privately to the smart contract, then you get a credit score for your encrypted history, and that qualifies you to now have a loan of, like, let's say it's like a flash loan of synthetic assets, and then you can use that in a different DeFi application. So normally, if all of this is public on the blockchain, like basically it's you've exposed your entire bank account history to everybody in the world before you can even interact with this network. And if that was the way that it worked in the real world, then I don't think anybody would really try to use the financial system at all. So DeFi is definitely one, but there's much more interesting stuff I actually think that you get to like on other building blocks. So one would be secret auctions. Auctions are one of those things where you actually want a lot of the time to have private or secure bids because they're harder to manipulate, or you get more efficient pricing. I think this is going to be really cool for like NFTs or digital art. I think that that's going to be really, really neat. Or it's essential if you're going to do some sort of decentralized ad serving platform. These auctions, these ad auctions are not public in the real world. I used to be a data scientist at Snapchat. So you have these ad auctions playing out in these centralized servers. If you want to decentralize that, you can't just make all of the bids public, or no advertiser would ever want to use that system. So I think there's a lot of ways where secret auctions come into play. Secret voting is another form of that. Decentralized governance, where you don't want to expose the vote of everybody who's voted on a proposal within a DAO. That's essential if you want to protect against like bribery attacks or things of that nature. But you can still provably know like this was the result of the vote, and you can see the count. You can see who has won, but you can't assign that back to an individual user. So people actually vote how they feel without feeling like they're going to be like socially pressured into doing something else, which is another form of centralization in an ecosystem. Then there's things like access control, where it's like you could have a decentralized music platform like Audius, where certain users can access the track and others can't. If it's all done publicly on the blockchain, all they can do is send you like the key to some like public information, but then you have the link forever. It's like you're not subscribing to something, you've just effectively stolen the song forever. You need privacy for those types of things to work. And then data marketplaces. And so like I could go on. The point is more like I could reverse your question very easily. It's like, give me an example of an application in the real world that you would use if you couldn't have user privacy. Like they would all just be way less usable. They'd all be way less secure. And why do we have different standards in the blockchain space? We really shouldn't.
So with the tokenomics on the system, they do have a maximum supply of 173 million. 69,703,000 are currently in circulation. It's got a 45 million market cap, so it is a little small guy. So it's got some room to grow. On the Secret Network, you guys are like, what the pants? Why do I want secret tokens? Well, in order to interact with the Secret Network, just like Ethereum, in order for your transactions to go through, you got to spend some secret. So, in order to basically use the bridge and the ecosystem, etc., let me show you a video on how the bridge works.
So first thing I need to do is connect my wallets. So I'm going to come in here and connect my MetaMask wallet.
We'll put it on high
Log
speed
in.
so we don't waste a bunch. Oh, we're already on 2. And this guy's just a slow talker. Sorry, guys.
Right, and my Ethereum MetaMask wallet is now connected. I'm also going to connect my Kepler wallet. Guys, remember these are both Chrome extensions. You need to have both of these wallets installed to use this bridge.
MetaMask and Kepler.
So let's use this bridge. Let's come over here and click this ETH2 secret, and I'm going to convert
Kepler's
that
the
minimum of
Cosmos
0.1
wallet.
Ethereum into secret Ethereum. So I'm going to take regular old no privacy Ethereum and go to the secret Ethereum token, which will have transactional privacy.
Boom, switch swap.
And click use my address. It'll automatically pull in my Kepler address, and I'm going to click continue here. It's going to tell me that the gas fee is going to be $7.60 for that gas fee. Guys, this is why
That's
any
ETH
transactions
for
on the
you.
Ethereum network, we're getting killed with gas here. So I'm going to be prompted to sign one transaction in my MetaMask wallet. I'm going to click confirm. I'm going to see a pop-up in my MetaMask to confirm that transaction. I'm going to click confirm there. So, and remember guys, we're using the Ethereum network once again. If you've ever confirmed that transaction, I'm going to click confirm there.
What was that gas fee denominated in?
I'm going to see a pop-up in my MetaMask.
That was in Ethereum. Okay, so
Confirm
that gas
transaction.
fee is
I'm going to confirm
Ethereum.
there.
The next one, when you
and remember,
you'll
guys, we're using the Ethereum network once again. If you've ever used it, not only is it expensive, transactions can also take quite a bit of time. So you can see down here in the lower left, I'm getting this spinning secret token here, indicating that my transaction's in progress and that it may take a few minutes. So be patient with that, guys. If you do want to speed up your transaction, you can go into your MetaMask wallet. Make sure you're signed into the right account first.
I'm good. Already paid
I have
$7 in
a transaction
gas.
here interacting with the bridge contract. I can click this speed up button here, and I can choose the fast speed and increase the gas to make that transaction go through pretty quick. So I'm gonna do that just to speed it up and show you guys here. All right, so in my MetaMask wallet here, you can see that the contract interaction transaction looks like it completed. So I'm gonna click that real quick here. I'm gonna look at the activity log. It says it was confirmed. I'm gonna go look at the Etherscan transaction. So I'm seeing that transaction was a success on the Ethereum blockchain. In the bridge, I'm still seeing this spinning secret token here with the message that it's in progress. Recommend that if you guys are using the bridge and notice anything like this that's just not seeming to work 100% correctly, that you go to Discord, go to that bridge support channel, and just let the team know what you found. Always looking to improve, the products that are being built on the secret network. So that's it. I think this transaction has gone through despite this spinning message down here. You can see the secret ETH here in my Kepler wallet, but you'll notice that there's no balance shown, and there's this
Here's where the fee comes into play.
button here. And the reason that's there is because this is a secret token that's been created. No one can see the balance of this on the Secret Network Explorer, or any Explorer for that matter. The balances and the transactions on this network of these SNP20 and secret tokens are completely private. The only way you can view your own balance is by creating a viewing key that is held in your wallet. So only you will be able to see your balance with that viewing key. So that's what that button down here does. So I'm going to click that. and it's going to auto-populate the secret Ethereum contract up there. I'm going to click create to create that viewing key. I'm going to choose average fee, and I'm going to approve that transaction on the secret network. And it's going to take a little bit of secret out of my wallet there, and then I'm going to click submit under that. And once that viewing key is created, you'll see here that balance popped up right there with a 0.1. Successfully gone one direction over the bridge from the Ethereum network to the secret network. I've created 0.1 secret Ethereum. Now I can use that secret Ethereum on the secret network. I can send that, receive that, interact with any applications that are built on the secret network with complete privacy. So once I've done that...
so that's how the fee goes, just so you guys know, and it also allows you to stake in the protocol, earn staking. You guys know how staking tokens work. So that's Secret Token in a nutshell. If you guys like this content and you guys didn't hit that like button, I mean, come on. We got to get 50 likes somehow. Help me do it. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, guys. We talk about cool stuff like this, or not so cool stuff if you don't think it's cool. And hit that bell notification. That way you get notified every time we make a video. Except, well, we make like 2 videos every day. So it's not like we don't make videos. But if you don't hit that bell, you don't see them. So, this is my opinion on Secret Network. This is just a quick overview of it. I like it. I like what they're doing. I love privacy, especially when I'm thinking about, well, especially that voting option. I mean, it's like you get shunned when someone says, oh, I voted for Trump, or you get shunned by the Trump guys who say, oh, I voted for Biden. So it's kind of like, what in the world? I didn't vote. Oh, so you don't get shunned. What in the world? Wait, no, that's not true, because then the Trump haters are like, why didn't you vote for Biden? And Biden haters are like, oh, why didn't you vote? Anyways, who cares? So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and let's go ahead and get into the wisdom one-liner, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, Proverbs chapter 25, verses 4. We are still in the wisdom one-liners. Remove the dross from silver, and a silversmith can produce a vessel. Remove wicked officials from the king's presence, and his throne will be established through righteousness. It's pretty powerful stuff, guys. I mean, if you think about it, hence why we're a strong nation. I don't know, now we're getting a little sideways, but that's a little different part. But in my opinion, is we used to be, even on the dollars and on all the money, it used to be in God we trust, and we're more Bible-based, and we more so put God first. I mean, if you think about it, even in the national anthem, we talk about God in that. Literally in the Pledge of Allegiance, we say, one nation under God, indivisible. I mean, it's like, okay, well. Anyways, that's my thoughts.